Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are looking at a DeFi project or something called Synthetix network. So basically Synthetix network or SNX coin has had a pretty good pumps and dumps, as you can see. So it did actually went as high as $28 and it declined pretty hard, as you can see. And again it has seen a pretty good bump. It went as high as $5 and it's going down again. So I thought it should be a pretty good coin to cover and discuss on what is going on with this coin. I will just quickly give you an overview and I will just look at its stats and its DeFi TVL and whether there is a demand for this coin or not, and at the end we'll try to analyze its price. So first of all, let's see what the Synthetix is. So basically Synthetix provides liquidity for permissionless derivatives like perpetual futures, options, mutual markets and more across EVM chains, powering the next generation of permissionless protocols. So they do have a pretty good ecosystem. As you can see, we have Venta, we have Polynomial, we have Hedge, we have Lyra, we have Thales, we have Curve, we have Toros, we have Overtime Market. So these are basically the markets that are using or the liquidity of the Synthetix from the looks of it. And beside that, they do have a pretty good, I think, partners, or you can say infrastructure partners. That includes Block Native, we have Canon, we have Chainlink, we have Infura, we have I think iZero, we also have Macro Optimism Pi. So these are their actually infrastructure partners. So basically for Synthetix itself, Synthetix is a decentralized liquidity provisioning protocol built on top of Ethereum and optimistic Ethereum, a layer 2 scaling solution built on top of Ethereum. So basically it is on Ethereum and Optimism as of now, it seems like. Synthetic assets and associate products are collateralized by stakers via Synthetix token. So basically collateralization comes from the SNX coin, so that's pretty good, which when locked in staking contract enables issuance of synthetic assets, since these are called synths, as you can see here. This pool collateral model allows users to actually perform conversion between synths directly with smart contract, avoiding the need for counterparties. So this mechanism solves the liquidity and slippage issues. So slippage is basically spread that occurs when you trade on DEXs. Issues experienced by DEXs, as you can see. So there are two types of Synthetix, as you can see. We have, I think we have perpetuals and spots. I won't be going deep into them because if I do, that will be a pretty long video. So let's just go over to SNX and see what is happening. So basically SNX coin has two utilities. So first of all is the staking. So SNX stakers earn trading rewards which are charged to traders for collateralizing the network. Inflationary rewards are no longer distributed to stakers with the passage of SIP 2043. So basically, at first there was no maximum cap for SNX, but after this, I think proposal, there is a maximum cap for SNX, and I think which is around 328 million. So most of it is in the circulation, so that's pretty good. So that means we don't have more than this supply for the SNX, and I think if we do see it again, there will be most likely a proposal, and that is the only possible way, most likely, because I'm not sure about that. But I think if they do want to release the cap, the community will decide. So I think that's good for SNX. Basically these are the states, or before the cap happened, this was the inflation, as you can see, and as of now it is stuck where it was, as you can see here. So it happened in December, so I think that's pretty good. So we don't have that many SNX coming into circulating supply, so I think there is no disadvantage if you are not staking. So if you are staking the SNX coin, you will be getting additional rewards, so I think that's pretty good. But I think overall this was a pretty good move for the SNX holders. And beside that, we do have the utility for the governance. So Synthetix stakers are assigned to percentage of debt ownership proportion to the amounts of SNX staked. So then the voting weight is, I think, weighted for all but the Treasury Council. Voting is done through the fully on-chain Synthetix governance module. So basically these are this is their governance, as you can see. So they do have forum, as you can see. They have some histories of what happened, and they do have council members. I am not going into the deep on how their governance work, and if I do that, this is going to be a long video, so I will just skip that and we'll move ahead and see what is happening. So but I think the interface for governance is pretty awesome from the looks of it. So let's move to their protocol. So this is basically their liquidity protocol, as you can see. So of course this should be for my wallet that I have not connected here, but from the looks of it, it does support Base, Arbitrum, Optimism and Ethereum, so that's pretty good. But I don't think we have any kind of TVL on Base or Arbitrum. As for the pools, we have Andromeda yield, so it is providing up to 17%, so that is a lot. That is by the Toros, as you can see. We do have, I think, on the Base for USDS, that is for the Spartan Council. Overall, I think they do have something pretty good going on their protocol. And let's just see if we missed anything or not beside actually. Okay, so these are their perpetuals, I think. So if you just go here, okay, so let's just look at the integration. So these are all where the integrations are happening for the perpetuals, and these are the states. So now let's look at the states and see what is going on. After that, we'll move to the latest update and whatever is happening with them. So basically, first of all, let's look at the states for the perpetuals. So I'm not sure why it's not showing anything. So let's see, let's just try to, okay, so I think the dashboard is broken as of now and it's not working for me. Anyways, let's move to the Dune Analytics. That's where all the sweet I think stats are. So as you can see here, as of now, the market cap of SNX is around 626 million, so that is a lot. So for SNX layer 1, we have, I think, 42 million. For SNX layer 2, we have around 184. That is a lot, but it's still pretty good, I think. So this is SNX supply. So as you can see, it actually owes SNX supply up, so it was going up, but as of now it is stuck here. So it does say that minted over time. I'm not sure what it means, but I do think the supply should be stopped. So as you can see, it is stopped as of now, so I think that's pretty good for this coin. And if you look at the SNX supply up, as you can see, it has gone down. So this is basically an APR which was coming from, I think, the inflation, but it has gone down. So at some point was as high as 45%, so that is a lot, but we are around 5.2, so I think that is coming from the fees and other things. So that's, I think, what's happening. So this is the profit and loss from it, and it looks like it's not that much anyways. So it does not show synthetic volume. I'm not sure why, but as you can see here, we have total volume of over 58 billion, so that is a lot, as you can see. And this is the volume comparison from version 2 to version 3, so it's not doing that good. It is going down, as you can see. And this is the Synthetix volume. I think the total volume is going down and it's not that much, I think. And let's see, so these are the fees comparison. We don't have that much, of course. So overall, I am actually not sure even if I understand their stats, because they do seem a little bit complicated, but from the looks of it, everything is going down. So I think these are the staked SNX, so that is something I think is pretty good, but that is going down as well, so that is not great. I think overall, from the looks of it, the overall demand for the SNX is going down, and I think we can see that in a chart, as you can see. So it is down from $5 to as low as 1.9. so it was trading above $5 in April, but now we are trading around $2, so we'll come back later. So overall, I don't think that we have anything particularly good happening for the SNX, but still overall it looks like it does not have that much demand as of now. So now let's look at some of the news. So basically SNX weekly recap. So they did have a weekly recap, and Synthetix launches on Arbitrum liquidity incentive program. So they did have around 2 million ARB rewards. So that's pretty good. I think it happened on 25th, as you can see, and beside that they don't have anything besides the weekly updates. So let's see what happened last week. So basically they have Arbitrum LP incentives are live as of now. So base LP appears to be stabilizing at 25 million for the base, so that's pretty good. I think layer 1 prep SIP being finalized for presentation, final audit could. Okay, so I think we have some SIP coming up, so I think that's going to be pretty good. And SIP 360 will ensure the next election cycle will take place using version 3 voting, will add an address, so that's pretty good. So launch of degen things, I think we have something called some kind of launch coming up on the base, so I think that's pretty good. So that is this one. Overall I think so this one is still in the draft, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anyways, we do have a mention of Aerocoin, Velo and others, so I think that's going to be pretty interesting to see, and that will most likely bring in some kind of demand to, hopefully some kind of demand for the Arbitrum in the future, for the SNX in the future. And as for their TVL, as you can see here, we are around, I think, if we just look here, just a second. Okay, so so this is a Synthetix, as you can see it's down over 32%, so that is a lot, and its TVL is around 258 million. So if we just look here, the TVL has been going down, so it did peak in March over 1 billion, and we are down to 400, around 400. So I think most of it is on Ethereum and the rest is on the Optimism. So if we just look here, as of now it's around 148 million on the Optimism. So Optimism's TVL has been going down significantly, so I think that is the most likely reason why SNX is going down. So anyways, let's look at SNX price action and see what's happening here. So I think this coin does get occasional pumps, so I think that means we can actually buy this coin in the small amounts in the DCA. So I think the best entry for this coin is most likely somewhere around 1.57 to 1.39 dollars. So I think that's the best entry for this coin. And if you actually are looking to enter for this coin in a quite risky, I think, entry, you can actually enter somewhere around 1.686 to 1.64. that is also pretty good entry, and it has seen a pretty good pump. So from this point, if you just look here, we are around here. So it did had a pretty good pump before this, and it pumped, I think, like 84% before that. That was a pretty good pump, as you can see. So we could potentially see a pretty good pump from it, and it seems like there is a demand for this coin here, as you can see here. So if it does ends up pumping around 84 or 90%, I think we are going around $3.2. so that is a pretty good, I think, pump for this coin. Let's see what happens, but overall I think it is in a pretty bad downtrend, and let's see what happens in the future. Anyways, I do think that these are pretty good entries, and the entry which I think is a pretty awesome is around 1.39 to 1.57. so let's wait and see what happens. Anyways, this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.